It's a little bit windy out now, fellas, ladies and gents. We are here for Module 7, Lesson 3. And this is talking about yet another way your sugar gets thrown off of track. Has nothing to do with eating. But this one is more under your control. This has to do with sleep. You know, your sleep habits can tank your sugar. It can throw it all out of whack. I used to not pay attention to sleep at all. I literally I'd be up all night playing video games, go to sleep at like 3, 4 in the morning, get up at 6, go to work, come home, and get right back on the video games. And now that I've changed, like I said, didn't just change my diet, I've changed my whole identity. It's a lot different. I'm usually going to bed at like, let's turn the other way maybe, that'll be better. I'm usually going to bed at like, what, 9, 10 o'clock latest. Usually going to bed by like 9, 10 o'clock, and getting these sleeps, it helps keep your sugar pretty even, pretty level, you know? Not getting that sleep though, what it does is changes your hormones and stuff like that. It raises, again, here's that pesky word, cortisol. Raises your cortisol, and that raises your sugar. Just another one of those things you can't really control. But, you know, we're not getting super in depth. The Module 7 is more just to show you the different ways that things besides actual food can change your sugar, you know? And, I mean, sleep is definitely one of them. If you're up late, not getting the sleep you're supposed to, you wake up, you're going to notice, oh, your sugar's higher in the morning maybe, because your body's stressed. Your mind never got to shut down and relax for the night. You know, you finally let it shut down and relax, and it's getting up an hour later. That creates stress on your mind, and that's one thing you don't want. Because then that's stress on your mind, stress on your body never got to shut down. And that all equates to up and downs with your blood sugar. And that's something that we're trying to stop. That's the whole aim of these modules, is stopping these wild fluctuations. Because that's the worst thing for you. These crazy fluctuations are literally exactly what you don't want, you know? So, a lot of times before bed, I'll go out walking for a half hour, just to maybe tire me out a little bit more. Just make sure you're getting, because another big thing that plays with people's numbers is hydration. And being dehydrated will shoot your numbers. Getting a lot of hydration will lower your numbers. Almost every time I've been to the hospital and they tell me my numbers are high, besides giving me insulin, one of the first things they do to combat it is start a saline solution to hydrate me. So, hydration's a pretty, big tool. But yeah, even the little things you don't think would count. Like, sure, your diabetes doctors probably not talk to you much about sleep. You know, these doctors talk to you about insulin, metformin, glipizide, that kind of stuff, medicines, and that's about it. They just want to fix everything with a pill. And, I get it. That's basically their job. But I want to fix this inside of you, if you understand what I mean. I want to fix this with you. I want you to be an active participant in fixing this. You might be on medicine for the rest of your life. But maybe instead of, 50 units of Atlantis, maybe you can go down to 10. Or, like, I literally went from 35 units of Atlantis to 3 days later being on no Atlantis. And I hope I never have to go back to insulin. So just keep in mind, we've talked about a couple ways your blood sugar can spike, and that's the cortisol. That's the dawn phenomenon. That's the bad sleep, Illness is another huge spike. Being sick, I've noticed sometimes I saw my sugar shot up and I look at the timing and, I was very sick the day before. I had taken my Mounjaro shot and I was physically ill. Vomiting, and my sugar was up to almost 200. So that stress on your body, it does raise your blood sugar. So, once again, this is systems over symptoms. I always want to say that backwards for some reason. But, it's always action before talk, and we'll see you in the next module, next lesson.